Hello, New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com here. Today it is the 4th of August 2024. Quick little request if I can make that of you, and that's if you wouldn't mind please subscribing to the channel, because that'd be big help if you would. So please do if you feel like it. Today a little bit of New Wave of British Heavy Metal news, because there are two good old veteran NWOBHM bands which are both set to release new albums in September, next month, in a few weeks. Due first on the 6th of September is self-titled self-titled album from Blitzkrieg, and then that's quickly followed a week later on September the 13th by Songs in Crimson by Satan. And as we all know, don't we, both of these bands go all the way back to the early 1980s. They were at the forefront of the then emerging new wave of British heavy metal scene, weren't they? And here we are now, over 4 decades later, and a pair of them are still thumping out the good stuff. Indeed, 2024 so far this year has been quite a year for vintage NWOBHM bands, still showing how things should be done, hasn't it? We've had new albums from, well, excellent new albums indeed, from the likes of Saxon, Demon, Rabstallion and Troyan, to name but 4, all really excellent albums indeed. And now, say, in just over a month from the date of recording this, today's the 4th of August, in just over a month, we've got new albums from Satan and Blitzkrieg. Great, isn't it? Satan perhaps best known for their debut album from 1983, Caught in the Act. The NWOBHM classic, isn't it? And shortly after, indeed, to coincide with the release of Songs in Crimson, Satan are going out on the road to promote the album. They start here in the UK in Manchester on the 4th of September. A few more domestic dates, and then they head out into Europe over the rest of September. And there is a connection between Blitzkrieg and Satan, isn't there? Because if I recall my history correctly, Brian Ross left the former to join the latter via a brief stint in Avenger, and indeed sang on Caught in the Act, but would later rejoin the former, and where he remains to this day. So a little bit of a NWOBHM soap opera going on, isn't there? So it is kind of quite appropriate that both bands have new albums due out pretty much at the same time. Blitzkrieg have released a single from their self-titled album. It's called I Told You, and it's a thumping song. Big bass line, thunderous drums, all sorts of riffs, and some quite stunning guitar work going on. Find that if you will and give it a listen, because if that's a taster of what's to come on the album, it should be a jolly good one. Anyway, I've got pre-orders in for both. Reviews to follow shortly after they arrive, and I've spent some time to get my ears around them. But if you can't wait and feel like getting some pre-orders in for yourself, I'll put links to both in the description below. So that's it for today. Just a quick one about the new albums from Satan and Blitzkrieg. I'm having a bad day, aren't I, this morning? Can't get my words out. So anyway, we'd best leave it there then before I lose the power of speech completely. Please do subscribe before you go, because that'd be great. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.